Yo, welcome back to Marnay TV. I hope your day is going as planned. If not, we gonna try again tomorrow. Let's jump right into it. Today we gonna be looking at shocking CCTV video footage. Let's get it.
Great.
Setup, okay? What's this?
In May 2015, a 21-year-old woman was attacked in her Overland Park home, and her security system caught it on camera. Katie O'Connor is too frightened to go back to her own apartment and feels partly responsible because she trusted a friend. In the video captured by O'Connor's hidden camera, one can see her struggling to breathe in a chokehold. The attack happened at about 9:30 a.m. Tuesday near West 106th Street. O'Connor said she told a friend that she was trying to get rid of her ex-boyfriend's carpentry tools. But the only business these guys were into was stealing. O'Connor said she doesn't know the two men, but the woman, nervously pacing the floor in the surveillance video, was someone she knew.
Oh yeah. Looked like her friend called the two people over there to help her do her dirty work type shit. This make me want to get a camera in my crib too, just for, you never know what happened, man. Like, this is crazy. How she gonna set her own friend up like that? But at the same time, I don't think she was that close to her, because she would have told her about the camera, that little hidden camera she had, if she was close, like a sister. So let's get back to it.
They planned play dates for their children, and she talked to her about going back to school. But now she believes it was a setup. The alleged thieves took the money she had for college tuition and her rent, the tools, and a safe. The only saving grace for O'Connor was her hidden cameras inside her apartment. She put them in 3 months ago when she hired a new nanny. Number 7. This disturbing video released by a millionaire businessman shows his ex-fiancée striking herself violently in the face. According to his ex-fiancée, he abused her, but the video showing her hitting herself is raising questions. The woman...
I don't know if she off something or what, but what did this man do to you for you to be acting like this? She's like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum. Come on, man, get it together.
The video is 29-year-old Mary Hunt. She is seen slapping herself on the head over and over again while sitting on a bed in a pink top. Mary claims her ex-fiancé Scott Mitchell, 45, was violent towards her, and she suffered black eyes and bruises at the hands of the Florida businessman. Attorneys for Scott are releasing selected clips from his home security system to refute Mary's claims that he was abusive.
Come on,
Scott's
Mary.
attorney said, "There is no evidence that he ever beat her. This video now demonstrates that she is striking herself in the same area of the face and head that they allege Scott struck her." But Mary's attorney says Scott was abusive, and that her black eye was from an argument with Scott a week after the taped incident. Mary's attorney said, "Scott is a manipulative psychopath, and he emotionally and physically abused her." Mary was...
Nope, not gonna fly. With that video footage, not going.
Just in a fit of rage that day because Scott told her she couldn't go to a yoga class because he was upset she was calling off the wedding. Mary's lawyer points to another video of Scott as evidence of his hot temper, in which he is shown telling Mary to get out of his house. Scott has accused Mary of stealing nearly £2 million worth.
But look, he didn't put a hand on her in that video, did he? No, he didn't.
Jewelry from his mansion when the pair separated in 2015. Scott filed a lawsuit against Mary and her parents over the theft. He claims Mary stole diamonds, gold, and jewelry from his home before shipping them to her family home in Virginia. In October 2015, Mary Hunt was charged with grand theft.
Yeah.
Scott's lawsuit is his attempt to claim costs to recover the stolen items and damages. Mary vehemently denies she ever stole anything from him. Number 6.
Crazy. It's ridiculous. The creepy repairman. Okay.
This is a moment a repairman's disturbing behavior is caught on a security camera in the bedroom of two young girls.
Oh no.
The video appears to show the man enter the room, check to see no one is watching, then pick up a pair of the children's underwear and sniff it. Jason...
You got to be kidding me. What type of creeper is this? I'm so glad they had that camera in there and caught that dude doing that shit, that stuff. That's ridiculous. Yeah, man. Something need to happen, man.
Cooper was disgusted when he checked the footage of a Nest camera attached to his 3-year-old daughter's crib and found the middle...
Bro. Bro, you didn't see that camera on the on the crib? Oh man, that's crazy. Hold on one second. Let me take that back real quick.
and sniff it. Jason Cooper was disgusted when he checked the footage of a Nest camera attached to his 3-year-old daughter's crib and found the middle-aged repairman sniffing the underwear of his 3- and 5-year-old daughters. Cooper said his wife thought the man was creepy, but they hired him anyway to conduct repairs in their new home. The repairman was hired to fix scratches on the floor made after the Cooper family moved into their Playa Vista home. Cooper was in another room as the repairman pulled his sniffing stunt. In the video, the man is seen walking around the bedroom, going over to the hamper and peeking inside. He then reaches in, touching the clothes and pulling out a pair, and he's sniffing or licking, doing something disgusting with my either 5-year-old or 3-year-old's underwear, Cooper told the station. The man goes back again several times, and in one instance, appears to pocket the girl's underwear before leaving. After seeing the video, Cooper said he filed a police report and confronted him by phone. The man gasped when Cooper told him he had been recorded. Number 5.
Some weirdos out here.
This is the chilling moment Aaron Campbell crept into his mother's house to shower after raping and murdering 6-year-old Alicia McPhail. Campbell, 16, was caught on CCTV leaving his family home on the Isle of Butte at 1:54 a.m. on July 2, 2018, before he abducted the little girl from her bed and subjected her to horrific abuse.
Wow.
He was then seen returning home at 3:35 a.m. to shower, and 10 minutes later was spotted leaving again wearing nothing but a pair of shorts. He then returned at 3:52 a.m., only to leave once more 6 minutes later carrying a torch. Campbell then arrived home for the final time at 4:02 a.m., just over 2 hours before Alicia's family reported her missing. Her body was discovered dumped in a woodland that same morning, and a post-mortem determined she had suffered 117 separate injuries. Pathologist John Williams agreed the injuries to her private parts were catastrophic, more severe than any he had ever seen before, and were at least partially inflicted while she was still alive. Her cause of death was given as forceful pressure to her neck and face. Campbell tried to claim the killer was the girlfriend of Alicia's dad, but the CCTV crucially showed his movements. The footage comes after Campbell's mom told Glasgow High Court she was surprised to see the CCTV footage as she believed he had gone to bed. Jeanette Campbell, 54, said her heart sank when she saw the footage of him disappear.
I bet. You gotta be a sick individual to be doing stuff like that to a little kid, man. And it looks like you was close to her, you know, prior to that, man. Well, we gotta do better than that, man. It's sick, man.
In the middle of the night when she reviewed her CCTV. And she knew she had to call cops when she spotted her son had vanished for an hour at the time the 6-year-old was last seen tucked up in bed.
6 years old.
She added that she had quizzed her son on his dirty feet, but he claimed he had been outside looking for his mobile phone.
Oh, is that right?
Campbell was found guilty following a 9-day trial at the High Court in Glasgow. The jury took only 3 hours to find him responsible. Reporting restrictions were lifted on February 22, 2019, allowing the press to name Campbell after a judge described him as being behind some of the wickedest, most evil crimes this court has ever heard.
Right.
Number 4.
Something else. Okay, what is
On
it?
November 7th, 2016, police in Wyoming, Michigan released a haunting video showing Brady Ostrike, a Craigslist killer, setting up a sex torture dungeon where he kept an 18-year-old girl chained for 5 days before killing her. The disturbing video shows Ostrike gearing up for the eventual abduction, torture, and murder. In the footage, Ostrike prepares a torture chamber by setting up chains, cleaning a dog crate where he later placed his victim, Brooke Slocum, and readying a pulley.
What? I don't understand. Does he not know the camera is up there? You know, this is his house. Why is there a camera that he didn't know about? Let's see.
System with ropes hanging from the ceiling. He was also seen laying out a lingerie and underwear. The video is dated July 5th, 2014, 1 full week before the murders. Another video, dated July 12th, shows Ostrike loitering in the basement and his bathroom. Hours later, Brooke Slocum, 18, and her boyfriend Charles Openair, 25, were supposed to meet with Ostrike after connecting on the online marketplace Craigslist. Ostrike allegedly was to pay the pair for sex.
Wow.
Police alleged Ostrike killed and beheaded Openair the night they met up. However, police believe he kept Slocum, who was 8 months pregnant, captive in his basement for 5 days. Openair's remains were recovered in Gizon Park, but his skull was never found then. On March 26, 2019, police discovered Openair's skull in Kent County. They used dental records to identify the skull. After Ostrike was tracked down via email and Facebook, police identified him as a suspect. A day after finding Openair's body, they prepared to raid his house. Once pursued by police on July 17th, Ostrike attempted to get away, but his vehicle crashed and he took his life via self-inflicted gunshot wound. Slocum's body was found in the trunk of Ostrike's car inside a suitcase. Her baby, who she had already named Audi, did not survive. Police released hundreds of pages of reports and pictures, along with a surveillance video, in accordance with the Freedom of Information Act request. In Ostrike's home, police found whips, swords, and bondage tools. They also found dozens of restraints, ropes, sex toys, and cattle prods strewn across his dilapidated home. In addition, they recovered a medieval mask and chainmail gloves, medical gloves, and syringes. Police also recovered a sex slave contract. The contract was written by hand and involved sickening clauses such as, "I must obey my master," and "pleasure, I must earn it." And in another disturbing twist, officers who collected evidence from Ostrike's home found a child's sippy cup, a baby doll with a noose, and suitcases filled with women's clothing. But
Yeah, man. I'm glad they got this individual out. Well, I'm glad this individual's out the way because he would have kept going and going if he didn't get caught and whatnot. He's a sick individual with a sick, mindset. He needed some help, man. He was not gonna stop. Man, this is a crazy story right here, man.
they saw no evidence of any children inside the property. Police also called in the FBI when they discovered a map of the U.S. hung on Ostrike's wall, covered from coast to coast in pushpins. Authorities panicked and thought they were dealing with a serial killer, but a former girlfriend told them that the pins represented places where he had stored food in case of the apocalypse. The report says more video, which was not released, shows Slocum still alive and being held captive in Ostrike's house. The last tape is dated July 17th, 1 p.m. Slocum is first seen on Ostrike's depraved video being dragged into his Taft Avenue house with handcuffs on at 1 a.m. on July 13th. According to the police reports, he wrapped a chain around her neck that had been bolted to the bathroom floor and forced her inside a dog cage. Her arms were then attached to a pulley system suspended from the ceiling, which he could manipulate at will, controlling her like a puppet. Slocum is then seen to be repeatedly assaulted and forced to smoke marijuana for several days, the documents show. The video appears to show Oestreit convince Slocum that Openier is still alive before he kills her. The autopsy carried out on Slocum revealed that her cause of death was strangulation.
Thank y'all for tuning in, man. We're going to stop right there. Much love to everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you messing with me. We're going to see you next time.